On this week to Passport to Maryland Cannabis, we are talking about cicadas. Why are they here and how long are they staying? June is Endocannabinoid month here at Explore Maryland Cannabis, and we're talking all about the endocannabinoid system. And shout out to our DCMJ colleagues for bringing joints for jab, and that movement is spreading nationwide. You'll hear about that and more this week on Passport to Maryland Cannabis. Welcome back to another episode of Passport to Maryland Cannabis, your way of staying connected to what's going on in the Maryland cannabis ecosystem. If this is your first time joining us, welcome, hello, glad to see you. If this is your second time joining us, welcome back. We hope that you enjoyed our debut episode as we continue to cover what's going on in the Maryland cannabis ecosystem. We want you to stay connected on what's going on in Maryland cannabis, and there's a few ways that you could do that. You can sign up for our email list to get information. You can get jobs, resources, and all the top things that's happening here in Maryland. You can join us. Every month we host a variety of events from educational to social to bring and build community. You can also visit our website and our social channels, which are awesome to keep up to date on what's going on. We want you to stay connected. All right, with housekeeping out of the way, here's our first segment. Let's talk about what's trending. Here are the top stories coming out of Maryland cannabis this week. Congratulations are in order for the class of 2021 in the Masters of Science in Medical Cannabis Science and Therapeutics. They graduated their first cohort this past May, and they have an amazing presentation that they shared with their graduates. So if you are able to head over to their website, they've got the full celebration tapped in right here, as you can see on the website. So if you missed it, if you've got a family member, I'm sure you've seen it by now, but be sure to share that with them. There's also a really great profile on Katrina, who is the candidate that we got an opportunity to interview late last year before she graduated from the program. So congratulations to her and to all of the other candidates who completed their program. Shouts out to you, and we look forward to seeing what you contribute to the cannabis ecosystem. We know it's going to be amazing. All right. Our next headline is, as you all know, Maryland is a super political state, and we are gearing up for the governor's race next year. So our former AG, Attorney General, announced that he was running for the governor's house and that he embraces adult use legalization as a candidate. This was reported by Ganjapreneur late last week, but I'm sure that we won't hear much more about this until later this year. I look forward to reaching out to candidate Gansler and get more information and his stance around what a legalized full adult use program looks like, and also what impact will that serve to the community. And last but certainly not least, shout out to our DCMJ comrades. They hosted a Joints for Jab program earlier this year. Now, why am I talking about it? Because there have been other Joint for Jab programs initiated in our country, and unfortunately, not much credit has been given to our folks in DC. So let the record show that on 420, over 85 DCMJ volunteers stationed at 30 vaccination sites across the District of Columbia and gave over 8 pounds of DC-grown cannabis rolled up into 4,200 joints on 420 of this year. Joints for Jabs started in DC and has spread nationwide. That's all we have to say on it. Make sure that when you talk about Joints for Jabs, you give DCMJ their props. So this month at Explore Maryland Cannabis, we have declared it Endocannabinoid Month. And that is important because our endocannabinoid system regulates a lot of different things, including how we connect to cannabis. So this week, we're going to talk about what the endocannabinoid system is. The endocannabinoid system is a complex cell signaling system, say that 3 times fast, identified in the early 1990s by researchers exploring THC, which we know as the main cannabinoid in cannabis. But it's not the only one. Now, experts are still trying to fully understand the ECS, the endocannabinoid system, for those who are following along. But so far, we know it plays a role in regulating a range of functions and processes, including sleep, mood, appetite, memory, reproduction and fertility, and much more. But here's a little secret about the ECS, right? It exists and is active in your body even if you don't use cannabis. It's crazy, right? Over the next few weeks, we'll break down the endocannabinoid system as to how it works, how it interacts with your body, and how it interacts with cannabis. So stay tuned. And next week, bring a friend. Don't be stingy with the education. Cannabis is one way you can naturally stimulate your endocannabinoid system, but there are a few other different ways that you can reach a balanced cannabinoid diet. Products that have essential fatty acids, chocolate, herbs, different spices, and even tea can stimulate your endocannabinoid system. A healthy ratio of omega-3s and omega-6 fatty acids can enhance the activity of the ECS to help you bring yourself into homeostasis. Next week, we'll talk more about reaching that homeostasis while balancing a cannabinoid-based diet. Don't miss out. We are super excited to talk about our small business of the week. The spotlight goes to Elevated Wellness in Hampton. Super excited to feature Elevated Wellness. They were our hosts for our first casting call a few weeks ago. They did not have to open their doors to us, but I'm super thankful, as my production partner Dom is, for that opportunity. So let's talk a bit about Elevated Wellness. So who is Elevated Wellness? Elevated Wellness, in their own words, is they utilize a holistic approach to take care of our wellness and staying elevated. We offer a variety of premium hemp-derived holistic healing products, all from trusted resources that carry COAs, that's Certificate of Analysis, on all the hemp-derived products we carry. We believe that we are not living our best life possible unless our mind and body are completely healthy. Stay well and keep elevated. Shout out to Elevated Wellness Hamden. They are our business of the week. Be sure to check them out. They are open. They are open in the Baltimore, Maryland area. You can find Elevated Wellness at 821 West 36th Street in Baltimore, Maryland. Their hours are from 11 to 8, Sunday through Thursday, and Friday and Saturday they are open till 9. So go ahead, check them out. Tell them that we sent you. Of course, we've got amazing events coming up this month. And if you happen to miss what we have coming up, here's a look. Organization that we are highlighting this week is AmVets Heal. They have a AmVets Heal Healthcare Summit coming up this month, but let's talk a bit about the organization. So AmVets Heal's mission is to ensure the needs of all veterans are met, including access to the best quality health care, mental health, and specialized services, and to help them live longer and healthier lives. Those services are amazing tagline, you serve, and now it's our turn to serve. The inaugural Veterans Alternative Healthcare Summit is happening June 27th. So that's Sunday, June 27th from 9 to 6. You can find out more about this event on their website at amvetshealprogram.org. And you can pick up tickets to this event via their website and Eventbrite. So if you didn't know, they are ensuring the needs of all veterans are met, including access to best quality healthcare, mental health, and specialized services, and to help them live longer and healthier lives is their mission. The pillars of the HEAL program, there are 4: healthcare, evaluation, advocacy, and legislation. So be sure that to let a vet or someone who is serious about making sure that veterans get what they need in all aspects of healthcare to attend this program. Shout out to Charissa Jackson. She's the Chief Medical Executive of the AmVets Heal program. I also serve on an amazing board with her, and I wanted to make sure that this event got the spotlight that it needs. So if there is a veteran in your life, or if there is a way that you would like to support this initiative, be sure to go to amvetshealprogram.org. And be sure to check out their event June 27th from 9 to 6. Do you know someone who could benefit from attending an expungement clinic? Well, this is a new month, and a new month means that an amazing collaboration between some of our great industry partners, including owners, advocacy organizations, and more, have teamed up to host an expungement clinic. So Thursday, June 24th from 9 to 5. It's a by appointment only, but if you are looking to get an expungement, which is a removal of a charge from a court and police record from public inspection, an expungement event of this nature is designed to help provide assistance and education to those with cannabis convictions to help clear their criminal records. So, like I said, this is by appointment only. You sign up for an appointment. The link is in the description box below. It's also linked on our website with this amazing graphic. Once you sign up, you'll be sent a virtual invitation as well as follow-up information from the law firm who is also participating. That is Schulman and Rogers. So if you know someone who can benefit from attending an expungement clinic to remove cannabis convictions or possibly remove cannabis convictions from their records, an expungement is that, and they are here to help you. So Thursday, June 24th, be sure to sign up. Remember, the link is down in the description below. And shout out to our community organizations, our operators, our folks in the space. This is what a healthy ecosystem looks like when all of the partners are here for one goal, to participate. So shout out to you all, and be sure to share this event with someone who you know it may help. This week's job of the week is again by our friends over at Vireo Health. Vireo is rapidly expanding in the Maryland ecosystem, and they are looking to fill positions with eager, qualified, and employable candidates. So the position this week that we are highlighting is inventory specialist. Now, this position is located in Hurlock, Maryland, but let's go ahead and go down the list to see what you will do, what is required of you, and how to move on next. So today's position that we are highlighting is inventory specialist. As you know, Vireo Health is hiring rapidly here in the Maryland ecosystem, and they've got some really great positions that I think a lot of folks who are looking to get employed and stay employable in our ecosystem should pay attention to. So we're going to go over what you need, what you'll do, and what Vireo is looking for to help make you successful in this position. We'll also talk a little bit about preferred and required qualifications and why you should just go ahead and shoot your shot. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this position. So, like I mentioned earlier, Vireo Health is hiring for an inventory specialist. Right off the gate, they're letting you know who they are, and you can go ahead to their website to get a little bit more about their mission, what their focus is of their organization, and also what their long-term goals are, because that is important. As an inventory specialist, this is a role that is very common in the cannabis industry. It's also very common in a lot of different industries, like retail, like healthcare. So, as you can see, what they are looking for, they're looking for an experienced and energetic inventory specialist to join their dynamic growing team. The inventory specialist will conduct inventory counts, inventory audits, and maintain accurate inventory records. This individual must be very detail-oriented and a proactive player. The inventory specialist will understand and follow all state inventory control regulations, and this position reports directly to the inventory manager. Now, I just want to pop in and say, if you have ever done any type of counting, any type of auditing, any type of physical labor movement in any of your prior positions, you're already check one on the list. Vireo's got a list of responsibilities that you will be doing, including inventory counts, working closely with members of cultivation and production teams, assisting with waste product sorting and destruction, and of course, performing all other duties as assigned. So take a look at this position. It is a great way to get started and get your foot in the door in the cannabis industry. Now, moving along to the qualifications, I am a firm believer that if you meet at least 50% of what the job description is asking for, please go ahead, fill out, update your resume, fill out the application, and get your foot in the door, right? They can only tell you no, and then you ask why. Some of the qualifications that they're looking for are pretty standard. You must be 21 years of older, must have a high school diploma. A lot of the required qualifications are things that you do in very general non-cannabis based jobs. Proficiency with Microsoft Office, ability to follow standard operating procedures and policies, which, by the way, is super important in the cannabis industry because compliance. In addition to what they'd actually like you to have is prior experience with cannabis inventory or manufacturing distribution center environment. So those who have worked those overnights at Walmart, those who work for a Dewey Pile, those who work for, all of the big stock houses up in Aberdeen, Joppa, all those places. Hello. Tap in. They also want you to have a little bit of preference. They want you to have a preference to a few different other cannabis-based systems like Metric, like Leafly, like Dutchie. If you have done any type of ordering, Leafly and Dutchie, boom, there's your experience. And an associate's degree. And that is the job. That is the job of the week. I feel like there are tons of you out there who fit the description. So if you like what Vireo has to offer, go ahead, shoot your shot. Can't miss. Trust me. All right, so we are going to slowly come down into the descent of the episode and talk about our workforce tip of the week. So for my job seekers, my candidates who are already employed, who are looking to move, so our workforce tip of the week is around the search. So the search is super important, especially now as the world is opening back up, so to speak. But you may be looking for your next opportunity. How does that even happen? So for my folks who are looking to be employed, who are looking to stay employable, tap into this tip. I'm going to give you 3 ways to enhance your job search this month to help you get to the top of the pile by July. Are you ready? First things first, be selective and connect it to your values. In many of our workforce events, I always say, no one wants to work at a place that doesn't make you happy, right? Cannabis is an amazing industry, but cannabis is just like marketing, just like healthcare, just like retail, just like finance. If there's no passion connected to it, at this point in time, you're not going to be happy. So when you're doing your search, make sure that you are looking at organizations and positions that you can see yourself in a desired amount of time that you have set. Visit the company's website. Vireo is our job of the week, but there are plenty of other organizations who have their mission, vision, and goals on the website. So there is no confusion about what you're walking into day one, right? If you are looking to be in a fast growing, fast paced organization, make sure that those keywords are on the page because you don't want to be behind a dinosaur if you are ready to rock and roll, right? There are plenty of organizations that lay out their 5-year goals and maybe even impressed if you shoot them an email, give them a call, or ask when you are at the desk visiting their establishment what their long term goals are, especially in this industry. If they don't have it to tell you, move on to the next one because there are plenty of other places that would want to have workers who are invested in their long term success. Last piece of the search is understand that uncertainty is a part of the process and it is to be expected. Know that nothing is for certain, no job, no role. Cannabis is still a federally illegal substance, so we can all just go down at any point in time. But know how to cope in those moments of uncertainty. Find ways to take a time out from the job search, right? Do things that make you feel happy so that you're able to then pour into that cup. You're able to be your best self at the interview and be your best self once you become a part of the workforce community. And speaking of community, if you are looking for a community of cannapreneurs, industry professionals, and the canna curious, if you're looking to talk about cannabis, if you're looking to talk about jobs, if you're looking to just find your people, be sure to join the Explorers Club. One of the great benefits our members get is access to our resource library, which is updated monthly with tools and resources to help you level up in the cannabis industry, whether it's personal or professional. You can find out more by visiting exploremarylandcannabis.com/membership. And that is all for this week's episode, folks. I hope that you got an opportunity to learn something. I hope that you enjoyed this format. Be sure to let me know what you think about what we're doing over here at Explore Maryland Cannabis with the Passport to Maryland Cannabis show. And I will be sure to see you next week.